What's up, everybody? Chris back with another Dragon Ball Super video, and today going to be going over my OG Broly list that I've been playing for a little bit. It is very fun. There are some bad things about the deck I'll kind of talk about during the middle of the video, but the deck is super fun. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite green decks to play actually now. So hopefully in the future, I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to move on to play some other stuff, but we'll always go back to this guy here. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Whenever we post new videos, you guys can get an update on that. So this leader, whenever you cannot attack battle cards, which is a problem. It used to be a problem, but now with Unisons, you can just attack Unisons. But when you attack, both players drop a card, and then at 4 life, you awaken. And then on this side, when you attack, it's kind of the same idea. You attack, but this time both players drop a card, and they choose a battle card. They choose a card in their battle area and send it to the drop. Pretty good. So this card can actually choose field spells, which is pretty interesting as well. And you do draw a card when you attack. So you think, okay, well, you know, you're dropping a lot of cards. It makes the deck pretty bad because you're both dropping cards. But we have some stuff to help us out. So these are the cards we want to mulligan for. 3 of the Broly, the SS3 Broly, and then 3 of the Demonic Restraint. So you pitch this guy from your hand, and you can grab a Demonic Restraint from your deck and activate it. If you do, you choose up to 1 or 2 life. You have to choose 1 or 2 life. That's kind of the one problem with it. Now when you play this, you can take up to 1 life, and then anytime this card is either discarded, it's discarded or sent to the drop area by your opponent's, by your leader, or by a battle card skill, by any battle card skill, comes back out. And it's an auto. It's not a once per turn, so this card can just continuously just keep coming back out. And you take up to 1 life. This card also makes it so that your leader, it acts as a Broly's ring, which means you can grab it off of the 3% 3 Broly, and you can't drop cards from your leader skill. So whenever you swing with your leader, you don't have to drop cards anymore on your unawakened side. Now on your awakened side, whenever you swing, you have to choose a card in your battle area. So you just choose this and pop it, and then play it back out. Which is super good. And then you have a bottom effect, which is a tap 3 green. You play out a 6-drop Broly from your hand, which is pretty impactful. So these are your self-awakening cards. You want to see this card, you want to see this or this in your hand turn 1 to make your plays a little bit easier. Now for 2 of the 1-drops, you play 2 Paragus. This allows you to pop your field, draw a card, and then you play the field back out, which allows you to also self-awaken if you don't want to swing at your opponent, which is something that we do from time to time. For this, as my new tech for the deck, it's Cooler Vicious Ambush. This replaces the black crit Goku that we used to play in hand destruction decks. Whenever you discard a card, you play it out from your, whenever your opponent discards a card, you play it out for free. 15k crit that warps 4 or less on board. This comes out for one green, which is kind of the problem. So, but when you swing with your leader, when you pop this effect, when this card comes back into play, it activates, and then you can tap 1 green and play out the Cooler. The Cooler is a 15k 5k combo crit. So it's green, so you can charge it. It's 5k combo, so you can combo with it. And it's a 15k crit, so it has a lot of potential there. It does have limit 1, basically 1 per turn, but that's okay. But this is still a really cool tech card. I think it fits in the deck in some facet, whether it's 2 of, 3 of, or 4 of. For the Ribrianne, self-explanatory. You pitch this off of skills or off of combo power, and then tap 2 to make your opponent drop 2 cards. Very powerful. For the Unisons, I ran 2 Dark Broly, 2 Demigra. Sideboards, Bardock goes. The Bardock Unison goes in there. This is just good because a lot of people at our locals play aggro-ish. So being able to have this on board, help me self-awaken, is also allowing me to have my counter plays and negates up much earlier. Also, just being able to pop 2 things with the -3 is really good. This is your late game card if you can get it down. This is supposed to help you win the game. Being able to make your opponent pitch cards. +2, you drop a card, your opponent pitches a card, and then they kill a card. -0, you take off a marker, and it's a 20k double strike too. Very important. We'll go back to the Dark Broly a little bit later. 4 Frieza, 4 super combos, combo, draw 2, warp 1, at 4 or less, or Frieza, you kill something that is 7 or less if you have 2 markers on your Unison. Pretty standard there. 2 Majin Buu negates, 3 dormant, defensive, green topo. Opponent gets only 2 attacks. Also, if your opponent's playing a smaller deck, you need this to kill their attackers. If your opponent swings at you with a 2-drop battle card, it's good to use this because then you can just kill that card, and then now they only get 1 more attack. So pretty cool. Some fun tech in the deck. I run the Deborah combo. So people use this with the Dark Broly Unison. So you run this in Cell Surge a lot, where you use the Deborah effect, pitching this card to take off marker off of your Dark Broly. Auto, when this card has a marker removed by a non-keyword skill, your opponent drops the card. And then this card searches out this from your deck or your drop. So we don't run the actual Frieza part of it. We just run this for the combo power. So once we get this on board, we can then basically pitch this card to make them drop a card off of this. This card grabs this, and then we can +2 to pitch this card to make them drop another card. Swing with leader, make them drop a 3rd card. That is a very, very powerful effect. So this is just in there for that specifically. Also, the ball also triggers cooler. So if you combo with this, because you're activating the effect, you can actually play this out for 1 energy then. So you get 5k combo power, plus you can play this guy out. So just some other little synergy that I put in the deck. Pretty cool. 2 Shocking Death Ball, just for more negates. This is just kind of a hard negate. We don't run the Homicidal Clones in the deck. This, I think, is a little bit better in some matchups. Just being able to just outright kill something. But the Homicidal Clones may be better going forward. 3 Rosie, one of the game finishers. You play it, opponent drops 2, and you have a 15k triple attack. Coming up less and less as being an amazing card sometimes. It just depends on the deck you're playing against. You need to put this card down. You need to solidify this card down, and it needs to come in and actually have an effect. Sometimes it's better to rebrand in some cases, but this is really good though on like turn 4 maybe. 3 cells, give your leader 15k, and you take a card out of your opponent's hand. Very, very powerful, obviously. One of the big game finishers is the 5-drop Frieza. So Frieza, for every field spell in your drop and or in your battle area, for every 2, it gets reduced by 1. So basically, you get to have a total of 4 between your board and your drop area to make this card a 3-drop. So it comes in for 3 or 4. It's a double strike, double strike deflect. Comes into play, swing for 25k double strike, and it has activate main where you can pop one of your field spells to restand this. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, put in the drop, and then choose a card from their hand and rip it. Because of our field spell being able to come back, we can pop this basically for free. So we pop this, we play it back out, and then this effect will trigger. So it's very, very cool in that sense. It is a 10k combo, so it's why we only run 2. Deck gets a little heavy with 10k combos at some point. So we have my last 4 are just one-ofs. So we have 1 Fused Zamasu because I only own 1. I would definitely bump this up to like 3 or 4. Fighting Against Fates, I don't think the need of having an overwhelm in the deck, except for just going for game. You're not going to play this card any other time, just on the turn you're trying to kill. That's really it. 1 6-drop Broly. It kind of works as a secret rare. It actually is better than the actual secret rare in the deck, in my opinion. Being able to play this out for 3, and then ripping 2 cards from your opponent's hand and having a 30k double strike on board, it's also just a card you can use to end the game. And then the secret rare I chose with Majin Buu. I don't have Kibito Kai. I have Supreme Kai, but I wanted to just play something else because I put Supreme Kai in every single one of my decks. Heroine's Lineage is okay, but the reason why I chose this instead is because I can charge this if I absolutely need to, and I can pitch this off of Dormant. You can't pitch the Heroine's Lineage or Supreme Kai off of Dormant because they're black cards and not green. So we have 1 non-green card in the deck. It just makes the deck flow a little bit better when you have access to be able to just, charge. Which I did. I charge my secret rare sometimes. I'm like, you know what? We're going to charge it. We're not actually going to end up playing this card out at all. So ends up coming in handy that sometimes. But that's what I have for you guys for my Broly deck. Hope you guys like it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Let me know what you guys think of the list. Any changes you guys would make to it. advice is always welcome. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.